Okay, so I was watching the Alex Jones show, but before I continue, the Alex Jones show, I only watch that whenever there's a guest that I like. Jesse Ventura and Gerald Celente. Otherwise, pretty much everything else Alex Jones has, everything's a bucket of death with maggots crawling in it. That's why I really got turned off to his channel when I was younger. He does make some interesting topics and some interesting things, but a lot of the times he likes to exaggerate and then everything's a big bucket of death with maggots crawling in it. The New World Order bucket of death with maggots on it. It's gonna be hell on earth. Anyways, he had Jesse Ventura on there to talk about his new book, They Killed Our President. I'm gonna buy this. It's sometime before October 1st. I think it was October 28th whenever this episode aired. And he was talking about, okay, Jesse, what would you do if you ran for president? Well, Jesse said these words. It's like, well, I'd give the people the first opportunity to vote for a president that did not belong to any political party. Another thing that happened was he said certain things would have to happen first. Like, he'd have to have money, and he already has his running mate picked out, Howard Stern. I remember the very first time I saw Howard Stern, and it was the only time I ever watched the channel. Well, watched his show. It was an argument between a priest and a porn star. I remember what the porn star looked like. Beautiful, beautiful blonde. Very, very pale skin. Blonde-haired, blue eyes, I believe it was. Wearing a skimpy pink outfit. And I remember what she was talking about, and I remember what the priest was talking about. They both seemed very, very intelligent. And one of the things while the priest was talking about morality and things of that nature, porn star just automatically does this. Shows her tits and just... guy stops talking. Now, what I remember, the impression I got was that Howard Stern was very, very intelligent. He can conduct an argument very, very well. And if he's still like that, then yeah, I think he'd make a better vice president, because that's what they're talking about, than 99% of all the fuckers that we got now. And Jesse Ventura said that these words, like, no one else can run with me besides Howard, and he'd have to have Howard. That Howard's show face is not his face in regular everyday life. I mean, we all have our show faces. I mean, like me, like this is not how I am at all in real life. Howard Stern, if Howard Stern is at all what I think he is, he'd make a great, better than any of the other fuckers that we've had in the past 20 fucking years, vice president. Or anyone else in any position of government. And Jesse Ventura? Hell, Jesse Ventura, I've always believed he would be the better president than any of these fuckers that I'd seen in the past 50 years. I'm not even 50 years old. I'd just go down the line and look back. Okay, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. That being said, I want to know what you guys think about the matter. Oh yeah, Jesse Ventura also talked about starting a radio show, something along the lines of being like, when the Iron Curtain was around, you know, the Soviets, how they'd play radio broadcasts and they could pick it up over there. He's thinking about doing that, going out of the country and doing some radio broadcasts. One of the things that you got to do is you got to be present in the country for like 17 years. Something along those lines. I think it's 10 years, maybe somewhere along those lines, in order to be president. I don't know if that's going to disqualify him. But I wish Jesse Ventura a lot of luck. I hope these things go well. And I hope he does run for president. Because I remember whenever it was 2012 and I went to go vote. I remember what happened. I looked at my choices. And I was so pissed off at the choices I had. Mitt Romney or Barack Obama. I put Adolf Hitler in the write-in slot. I voted for all the people within my area, truthfully and honestly as I possibly could, but then I got to president. I saved that for last. Adolf Hitler in the write-in slot. And, well, if Jesse Ventura is the guy who runs this next election, I can go, I can run, I can hold my head up. Well, I can go to the voting ballot box, I can hold my head up high, and I can be happy. Which is more than what I can say about my very first time voting. Anyways, guys. That's all I gotta say. I want to know what you have to say about this thing. Leave a comment in the box below.